Hi guys, welcome to Robin Hood Diaries again today. Glad you could join me. This is kind of an exciting one for me. A little biased. I'm Irish. My mom was born in a house called Nishevu in Dundrum, which is now a big shopping mall. So I'm 50% Irish. Tried to move to Gorey a couple of years ago, but visa stuff. But anyway, I qualify for dual. I type 80 words a minute. I vet scripts well. No, kidding, not kidding. So today's about this new wave of psychological horror film, like genre, well, within the genre that I've discovered from Ireland that is absolutely unsettling. It's unreal, and it is so different than U.S. Psychological horror, psychological, that kind of genre, which has been so popular in the U.S. lately. I can name 100, but they're very formulaic. It's either the paranormal thing or the runaway vigilante woman or some hybrid thereof. And I have seen a lot of recent psychological thrillers, horror thrillers out of the US, much more than these five that I'm going to talk about. I'm actually not going to talk about the films themselves, but I do encourage you to see them. They're all Irish films, Irish cast, Irish crew, Irish funded. By the way, thank you to the Irish, all of the Irish film boards for this. So I'll put the five films in the description of the video, and let me give you a half a dozen reasons or so why this is, quite a pleasurable phenomenon for me. These films, Double Blind, Vivarium, Caveat, The Hole in the Ground, and You Are Not My Mother, are exceptional for the genre. And let me differentiate them from US genre cinema um, of the like. These films out of Ireland are not out to scare you necessarily, but they're out to get you to understand your own mind, where it's going through this storyline. These are not formula films. There is nothing formula that I have seen out of at these half dozen films or so. Nothing, which is in stark contrast to these US films within that genre, because they seem to be, they just have a monotony of similarities. So the Irish new wave of psychological horror right now, like I said, is vastly different. It is very measured, not calculated, but very measured in its pace of horror, thrill, mystery, psychodrama. Um, there is, it's just very emotionally unsettling overall, thanks to the writing and the exceptional acting and production value. But there are no monsters. You see a lot of devil monster stuff coming out of, one way or the other, the similar genre in US cinema. But here we have no monsters. We have like this existential dread, like existential, like, this like, hardwired need to make meaning out of your life on a minute to minute basis, at least for me. So this attacks that and sort of like creates this like effect of this sort of dread. The dread does not involve screaming, really excessive screaming at all. It's not loud.